Hey, wasn't that the dude? Why you shooting me? I can't talk about it. Oh, that's right. This is the mystery box, so I can't talk about. The hell am I supposed to talk about in the beginning of the video then? This is awkward. Hey, what happened to the female? Why are you still shooting me? Don't sh me. What the hell? No, I hate. Don't sh me, man. I can't talk about that either. What am I supposed to do with the thumbnail? Just put a question mark? How's this mystery box? I ain't even got a damn box. What is my monologue supposed to be about? I mean, this is how I do things. I talk about stuff before I start the video. So I can't talk about how they would. No, I can't. I done created something that pretty much makes it impossible to do the monologue. So I gotta talk about something else to open up the video. Let's talk about all this gray hair and my damn goatee. I wish that bitch would just turn gray already. All right, so the monologue is gonna be hard to do doing these type of videos. Can I talk about the dude that was just... No? Good job, Jay. Good job. You got to be the stupidest motherfucker. Man, you already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. The mystery box. Well, you never know what you're gonna get. And starting this off, I got to thinking, right? Because I think a lot. I'm a thinker. I got to thinking. I said, man, there's so much I could talk about that it's hard to really put a title on. What category does it fall in? How do I even title that video? So that's where the mystery box comes into play, because there's so many different things that that happened over the years, so many different situations that I saw unravel, that it's difficult to put a title on it. People say this and say that. Let me make this clear. I remember more than I should remember. I remember a lot. Most people can't even tell you what they had for dinner Friday. I can tell you what I had for dinner Friday. Most people could do 5 years in jail, and unless you brought up a situation, they'd be like, man, I forgot all about that. How do you remember that? Wasn't it over this? No, it was over that. This is what happened, blah, blah, blah. Damn, you're right. Had somebody hit me up the other day. I hit me up and drop a comment, and the dude said, I did 5 years in prison. He's like, and I don't really remember anything to be able to put a channel together. Not saying that a lot of stuff didn't happen. I can't recall it. Unfortunately and fortunately, I can. And that's a whole bunch of what's going to go into the mystery box. A bunch of things I remember, a bunch of things that happened that I can't really put into a category. And it also leaves y'all wondering, the hell is today's video going to be about? You get little hints from the thumbnail. That's all you're going to get. The rest of it, you're going to have to sit back, watch, and wait for. So this is episode 1 of the Prison Mystery Box. Well, who knows, and anything goes. You know how to seen it. You know how to lived it. So let's relive it. One thing about me, I'm not sheep material. You can't make me think, say, or do something I don't want to do. If I believe something, and that's how I feel, I'll go down fighting behind my beliefs. I will not, under no circumstances, say what you want me to say to make you feel better or to just shut you up. Not going to happen. We can go back and forth all day. I'm going to believe what I believe. And I've done that with a couple comments in some of my videos where guys say, how you going to say RCOs aren't bad? You dealt with guards for all those years. Sounds like you defended them. They're not all bad. You can't categorize all the guards based off of the actions of some of the guards. There's good cops, there's bad cops. There's good guards, there's bad guards. I seen a thing recently of a doctor that operated on like 30-some patients and messed up 30-some back surgeries on purpose. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. So I am strong in my beliefs that all correctional officers aren't bad. I don't hate them. I dislike the ones that treated me badly, the ones I know personally, the ones I read in the paper that are mistreating people. I dislike them. Those are the ones I don't like. But I've met some that were way beyond cool. Some that I couldn't figure out this guy's angle. This guy's he's an alright dude, man. Why is he coming to this prison every day? Why does he come here to have dudes tell him, man, I'll slap the taste out your mouth. Bro, if we was on the streets, I'd smoke your bitch ass. I've heard dudes say some of the worst things you can hear. I mean, I couldn't be a guard. No way possible I could be a guard. Because the disrespect that some of these guards take on it's a lot, to say the least. People talking about your wife, your children, throwing piss and shit in your face. You never know what you might see being a guard. Here's the thing with having a cool guard working your shift. He's either going to remain cool and eventually quit because it's the inmates. The inmates, a lot of these dudes are just grimy, disrespectful, rude with their mouth. They'll play friendly with these dudes, and the first time they don't get their way, they want to come at them sideways. So the guards that are cool usually don't stick around long. The dudes that got any sense are like, I'm not letting these dudes talk to me any type of way. I'm done. They can keep this job and they can keep the benefits. Then I've seen guards that were really cool to start off. Then they go somewhere else in the prison and you run into them a couple of years later. And they're one of the two A's. They're either assholes or alcoholics. A guard told me that one time. He said to be a correctional officer, you either become an asshole or an alcoholic. 9 times out of 10, they become both. They drink heavy when they get off work to deal with the pressures of the job. Their co-workers are hard to deal with. You got to think, being a correctional officer, you also have to deal with this dude that's got a chip on his shoulder. This dude, this top flight security of the world, Craig, this guy that thinks that he's a state trooper and doesn't realize he's just a correctional officer. Just because they gave you a uniform and a whistle does not mean you are a cop. Just because you get to search cells and tell people to bend over and cough does not mean you are a cop. These cool guards still got to deal with these guards. I've had the guards that, nah, bro. Nah, you ain't got to drop your pants and do all that bending over shit. I'm not, man, come on, man. I ain't with all that. Like, pat you down, okay, go on about your business. Then you got some guards that are, hey, bend over. I think you got something on your lung. Like, let me see, spread wider. Are those pulps? Like, you got some weirdos. You got some guards that just go overboard. Now, for a cool guard, not going to last long. He don't want to do that. He sees us as what we really are, human beings. He doesn't see us as a number, doesn't see us as, just another item on the shelf or as a convict or somebody that's made mistakes in life. He sees us as human beings. He's not going to last. We get a guard on our shift one day, rookie dude comes in, and you could tell by his, I guess you could say, his demeanor, the way he moved, the way he talked, the way he addressed guys that we struck. Good dude. Glad to have him on our shift. I was kind of iffy about dudes because I've seen them switch up on people. But when they come into the prison and they're not running everything by protocol, they're not calling you inmate or offender or whatever, hey, what's going on, man? What do you need? How can I help you? Yeah, look, I got you, man. Come back up in a little bit and I got you, soldier. Damn, he's a cool guard. First time I had any dealings with this guard, he walks by my cell and I've got, had to be about 5 of us in there, just finished smoking weed. The cell is funky. Everybody's looking to make their escape. You look out the door, and no guard coming, boom, everybody goes a different direction. Shut the cell up, air it out, get away from that bitch. You don't want to be caught in there when it's smoky. My homeboy looks out the door, he said, yo, the guard's coming. I said, well, we already jammed up, man, so y'all play cool, just chill, you know what I mean? Like, don't scatter out the room because he's going to see you. He gets up on the cell, he walks by the cell, looks in, and you're not supposed to be in other people's cells. Sees us all, hey, what's up, y'all? Then he doubles back. Hey, y'all need to spray something in the air, man. Yeah, y'all can get towed off. It stinks and it's funky in this bitch, man. Like, y'all smoking that pressure. Y'all smoking that loud pack. Like, put something in the air for somebody comes through, y'all gonna get jammed up. For where they would come through in a little bit, y'all need to spray something. And don't have all these people in this cell, man. What if I'd have been another seal? Y'all have been caught. Hey, good looking, man. He keeps it moving. Me and my homeboys are kind of blown. We're not used to that. We're used to everybody step out the cell, get up against the wall, Pat him down. Hey, we need more officers. Such and such. We got inmates. The smell of marijuana in the air. We need drug tests. A whole bunch of shit happens when you get caught. People are going to the hole. He warns us and keeps it moving. We look at each other. Yo, did that really just happen? Oh, dude's mad cool. Y'all said he was cool, but I ain't never had that happen. Where they do that at? He goes on about his business. That situation kind of stuck with me throughout the day. Like, I'm a convict. I'm used to doing time. There's only been a handful of times I've met guards like him. So later on in the evening, I walk up to the control booth and I said, he's sitting in the booth, just sitting there bullshitting, giving people whatever they ask for, request forms, and doing different things, opening cell doors. I walked up to the control booth. I say, man, let me holler at you a minute. He said, yo, what's going on? I said, yo, I appreciate that. I appreciate what? What you did earlier, man. That was mad cool. You could have really put us in a bad spot. What are you talking about? He's pretty much saying, I don't know what you're talking about, trying to play it off. I say, yeah, you're right, man, you're right. Anyways, be easy, man. That let me know right there, this is a street dude. This dude's got some sense about him. He's not like these other guards. We're blessed to have him. Over time, he has to deal with his co-workers. He has to deal with other inmates, and they turn him into, he doesn't really lose his cool side, but he's not as cool as he was in the beginning. He's forced sometimes to put people in the hole. Dudes press their hands, threaten him, and I'm like, oh man, this dude's locking people up. Got me looking at him different, right? Soon as these type of guards get hired, guys are gonna shoot their shot. You got some dudes that they try with the toughest of guards. They're gonna go up to him, hey, look, man, don't lock you. Can I talk to you for a second? You're not gonna lock me up, right? Just say you're not gonna lock me up before I say what I say. Okay, you're not gonna lock me up. You try to make some money. My people out there, you know, they got this. If you can get that to me, what's your paycheck? I can triple your paycheck every single week. You down? What you mean I'm going to the hole? Come on, man. I was just joking. I was kidding, man. I told my homeboys I'll come up here and mess with you. You got something you can't try. But then you get these cool guards, dude's going to shoot that shot. No sooner than this guard starts, I know it's going down. I see the guys he's talking to. They go up to the control booth when nobody's looking. They slide their arm up in the control booth. He hands them all something. I'm minding my business. I see it, but I'm not going to say nothing about it. Works great for me. Hey, there's more product floating around, more to smoke, more to sell, more money to be made, right? I know it's him. I've peeped it. I've seen the handoff. Just like the other guards in the past, I've seen him walk by certain dude's cells and drop stuff in, right? So it starts rattling around in my brain, and my cellmate brought it to my attention. He seen it first. He said, hey, I'm going to shoot my shot with dude. I said, nah, leave it be, man. He's already dealing with this at this point with like 3 or 4 dudes. So I'm guaranteeing you he's making every bit of $5,000 a week. Bringing weed in, bringing other things in, bringing phones in, things people need in, right? I said, nah, leave it be, man. Leave it be. Like, he's cool, but he's hot. He's messing with too many people. Nah, I'm going to shoot my shot with him. I said, well, you do what you do, man. My cellie keeps talking to me about it. He's bullshitting. He ain't said nothing to dude. He ain't going to say nothing to dude. Guard walks by the cell one day, and I'm sitting in there watching TV, and he stops. He says, hey, you smoke blacks? I said, nah, but I got some blacks. I got blacks, Newports, whatever. This time we can still smoke in prison. Can I get a black off of you? It's a weird request. Like, I ain't never had a guard ask me for nothing before, you know what I mean? But because he played cool on the weed situation, I said, yeah, I got you. I go in my box. I gave him a black, right? A little bit, that was first thing in the morning. After lunch, he's doing his rounds. He comes by the cell. He stops. He says, man, you don't never be bothering nobody. You just be chilling. So a lot of these dudes get their cells in trouble. He said, man, dudes be having, doing stupid shit and making me lock them up. I don't like putting nobody in the hole, man. Like, but you just stay out the way. I said, yeah, man, I've been doing time a while. Like, this ain't my first time locked up. These dudes, a lot of these dudes are inmates. I'm an actual convict. Like, I stay out the way. I said, matter of fact, I'm not even supposed to be talking to you right now. Dudes are probably looking over here like, why Jay talking to the guard? I said, but everybody knows, for the most part, you're cool. I mean, so that's what it is. He said, well, look, if you ever need anything, holler at me. I said, what you mean, I need anything? He said, if you need anything, holler at me. I know what he's talking about. I'm not green. He's letting me know if your money's right, your people out there got anything, I can get it to you. I said, all right, man. I'll keep that in my mind. At this point in time, being a white guy, getting the pack brought in was a no-no. You had a lot of white dudes that they would get on and then they would get robbed. And if you posed any type of threat, you would fight behind yours, stab behind yours. You had solid dudes standing behind you. And at this point in my bid, and I'd say all of my bid, the guys I kept in my circle would go at a moment's notice. If it meant stabbing you, you got stabbed. If it meant cutting you, you got cut. If it meant lock and sock, 6 on 2, whatever the situation called for, my homeboys would go. So I wasn't so worried about anybody trying to take anything from me. I wasn't worried about somebody pushing up on me. The way they would eliminate dudes like me is they tell on them. Go tell the sergeant, drop a note on the guard, get me and him gone. So to avoid all that, I can't do this, right? A little bit more time comes by, he stops by the cell, says, hey, did you put any thought into what I said? He's getting greedy now. He's already bringing in God knows how much different shit, right? But he knows the process. Months have gone by. He knows when these guards come into prison, they get shook down. There's somebody working at the front that pats them down, checks them. They go through a metal detector. They get, they don't get strip searched, but they get patted down to make sure they don't have anything on them. He knows when he comes in which guard is cool, which one's not going to really pat him down, which one ain't stressed about that metal detector. Some of them don't even make him walk to the metal detector and beep and have 5 phones on him. That guard there is cool. He don't care. Lets him go. He knows which ones when he comes in that, shit, I got to put this stuff back in the car. This dude's going to, question me is why I'm beeping. He's going to pat me down and fill this big ass sack I got strapped next to my sack. I can't mess with him. So he shoots his off at me again and asks me, had I thought about it? I said, yeah, man, I thought about it. I said, but dudes is telling it here, man. You need to be careful. I said, I'm not doing no dry snitching or nothing. I'm just telling you, you need to be careful. You're going to get jammed up. Dudes ahead is going to get jammed up. That's bad for the prison. We all going to get locked up. Be careful who you mess with, man. Dudes talk too much. Like, everybody's talking. Everybody knows what you're doing. You're hot. You know what I mean? Like, I said, and then we get into I said, why do you even work here, man? It can't be the money. They're not paying you. I think at the time, correction officers were making like $12 an hour. I said, you can't be making no money, man. You're not making no money working here. He's like, is it the benefits? He tells me, nah. Aside from the side hustle, Jay, it's the bitches. I said, what? He was like, the females. He's like, man, there's so many thirsty females around here that you wouldn't believe it. I said, man, you don't be messing with them females like that. He said, bro, I'll be knocking these girls down. Like, there's so many women around here that I've knocked them down in the building. I've knocked them down in the parking lot. I've knocked them down in the here, there. Like, I be running through these females. They feeling me. I said, stop playing. First time I'd had a conversation with a guard like this. I said, stop playing. I said, what do the other guards think? He said, they be hating and shit. They see me talk to the girls out there before work and after work. He said, but it's not so much the dudes, it's the females. They getting their feelings. Like, you hook up with one now, they really want to do something. Some of them understand their place, but some of them, like, act crazy about the other girls. They got into a couple arguments. As he's telling me, all I can think is, y'all know, it always ends bad. Now, I'm not the only dude this guy talks to. I look around, I see him. He'll stop and conversate with this guy, stop and conversate with this guy or that guy. He's overly friendly and reveals way too much of what he's got going on. By now, administration is aware that they've got a guard that's bringing stuff in. Guys are failing piss tests left and right. They're finding larger amounts of weed than what comes through the visiting room on shakedowns. They're catching guys on the yard smoking weed, searching them and finding half ounces in their pocket, ounces in their cell. We got a guard coming in with the pack. They start watching. I'm aware that they're watching him. Everybody's aware that they're watching him because it started off with him just being able to do his job. But now anytime his shift comes on, we've constantly got random sergeants coming inside the pod. Now this guard was cool to the point that they're supposed to shut the cell doors when you come out. And then every hour on the hour, they do what's called cell break. Come over the loudspeaker, 5-minute cell break, 5-minute cell break. That means they open cell doors for 5 minutes. You can either go in and get something out the cell, whatever. You got 5 minutes, your door's open. Then they shut the cell doors back. That way they can cut back on stealing. They can cut back on illegal activity, stabbing, things like that. They can see who's out in the open and they know who's in the cells. He would leave the doors open all day long. Then he would shut the doors real quick when a sergeant or somebody would come. They're not stupid. They're standing outside our pod. They hear doors clang, 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 cutting, shutting. They know, all right, this dude's had all the doors open. He's playing cool. They see him. They watch the cameras and they start to pick up on. They haven't seen him drop anything. They haven't seen him pass anything off. But they're starting to see him have these conversations with these inmates, right? Talking to different dudes, being too friendly, which is a no-no. You don't conversate. You don't talk about your personal life. You don't chop it up. Do your job. Keep your ass moving. That's how the COs, the whole thing works. Now, they want to catch him. They need to catch him. What they think, what they suspect, means nothing until they've caught him red-handed. I would assume from what I've seen in the past, man, they're going to move this dude out of our pod, man. They're going to put him in another building. He's gotten too friendly with the inmates over here. They don't want him, getting comfortable. They're just going to put him out in the tower, or put him in the truck that drives around the outside of the prison all day, or put him up front, dealing with visitors or checking cars just in the parking lot. They're going to get him out the pod. They don't do that. We see more and more of a presence of other guards that we're not used to seeing. There's only one of two reasons these guards are in here like this, and it's only on his shift. That's because they're watching us or they're watching him. We're watching them at all times. As a convict, we keep our eyes on the guards because you need to know what's going on around you. You can tell by, just what they're doing, if they got gloves on, how many of them it is that comes in, their demeanor. You can tell if something's going on or something's going on. So we're watching them. Does he slow down? No. Does he take heed? A lot of different guys have warned him, hey, look, man, you might want to chill. Like, you could end up going to jail. It's your job and all, but you will leave up out of here in handcuffs. They would lock your dumb ass up. Like, chill out. Stop talking to everybody, man. Slow down. We're bringing so much stuff in. They're finding this stuff. They're looking. They're always in here when you're in here. Chill out. Like, this is even dudes that he deals with on a day-to-day basis are telling him to chill out. Dudes are waiting on their pack to come in. This guard ain't been here in a couple days now. Did he go on vacation? Nah, he ain't been here a year yet. He can't be on vacation. Maybe he's on sick leave. People have paid him. He's gotten his $1,500 from this guy, this guy, this guy. He's been to work now. It's going on a week. The weed's starting to dry up. Other things are starting to dry up. Dudes are getting, nervous, starting to question around. I've told y'all this about prison in the past. Nothing is a secret. Even with the guards, they talk too much. You always find out the truth of what's going on. I'm thinking, man, he done got jammed up. One of these females done got him fired. Something's happened. They done moved him to another part of the prison. There's no way he just don't come to work for a week. It was like they would work 2 days on, then 3 days off. Then they would work 3 days on, then 2 days off. 12-hour shifts. Dudes are questioning around. It comes back. Old boy got caught coming into prison. Yeah, they caught him. Red-handed. No, they let the same guard that always pats him down. Wait, don't even come through. The one that was cool, the one that he looks, yeah, that's the cool guard. I can slide by him. He ain't gonna do nothing. Gets inside the prison. They run the canine dogs outside of his vehicle. The dogs alert that there's something in there. That would be the smell of the weed that he had on his body while he was riding in his vehicle. They radio forward to where he's headed, to his post for the day. When he gets there, send him over here. They send him over there. They strip him down, and they search him. They catch him red-handed with the pack. Off to jail he goes. Put him in handcuffs, let him right up off the institution, and to jail. We're all left wondering, was this random? Did somebody tell on him? Did one of these female guards tell on him? Did an inmate that was angry that he wasn't getting on tell on him? Who told on him? Did they catch him on camera? There's so many different things that could have happened that none of us know how he got caught. It's definitely not random. You know what I mean? Like they would pick him out of everybody and run the dogs. Running the dogs through the parking lot is random, but the way he got caught was just random. Once they start watching you, the clock has begun ticking. They are going to catch you. They have been doing this a very long time. To think that you're the first officer to ever bring something in would be stupid. To think you're the one officer that's going to bring things in and not get caught would be stupid. This is protocol. This is something they had done 1,000,001 times. It was random. They did their jobs. They couldn't catch him on camera, but they knew it was him. They weren't tearing nobody off in the visiting room. Nothing was really coming through the visiting room because they had this guy bringing it in as fast as he could. They waited. They sat. They plotted. They set him up. Them same officers he used to sit in the break room with, ha-ha and kiki with, and laugh and joke. Yeah, they're the same ones that stripped him. They're the same ones that searched him. They're the same ones that he would talk to before coming in to work every day, that would go to the other officers, to the sergeants, and them and say, yeah, keep an eye on dude. Yeah, I came in the building the other day, he's standing there talking to the gang members, he was talking to this one, he was walking funny. I'm the same guards that told on him. The man went to jail. Jail. Don't know how long he sat in jail. Don't know what he was sentenced to. But I've told you, in prison, nothing stays a secret. What happened to him came back through other guards, them talking amongst themselves, and, inmate.com. We all heard what happened. Yeah, they jammed him up. They sat, waited, didn't move on him, didn't move him out the building, gave him just enough rope to hang himself. It didn't matter how cool he was. He hung his dumb ass. He got greedy. They did their jobs. And that was the end of him. After him, we got a super trooper. We got one of those dudes that creased his pants, sent all his uniforms off to the dry cleaners. Yes, sir. One of those guys. And life became a living hell. And everybody went back to getting it from the rough, getting it brought in through the visitation room. Don't know what happened to dude. For all I know, he's maybe working at Walmart or God knows where, but you can guarantee this: he'll never work in the Department of Corrections again. Having that type of arrest on his record is going to shut him down in life. I can guarantee you he ran through the money he made, was out there balling, probably telling everybody he knows, man, I'm killing them in that prison. Bro, I'd have took in 2 pounds of weed this week. Should have seen me walking with that between my legs. But I got all this money right here. Yeah, y'all need to get a job at the prison. Now, who cares? Man, I don't even cash the paychecks. I get them joints direct deposit in my bank. I don't even see them, man. I'm banking. Hope he saved some of that money and got his ass a good lawyer, because he didn't listen to us. But you better believe he was going to listen to what that judge had to say. Them same officers he kicked it with would be the same officers that went to court testified against him. You got to be the stupidest mother. That was the Mystery Box, episode 1. I'm a busy, busy man. At work, service calls, flipping houses, doing what we do. I am not the YouTuber that started YouTube, started seeing a paycheck from YouTube, and quit his day job. No, sir. This, in due time, whether we like to admit it or not, will come to an end. You cannot always be the top dog. New guys will come along. As sad as it sounds, Jay Williams' Let's Live Life will fade out. I'd be stupid to think that it won't. That's why I'm going to move over into podcasting. That's why I'm trying to switch things up in 2022. But it's inevitable. You think not. Look back at others that have done it. I don't get mad at the new guys that come along. I don't have a problem shouting out new channels, reaching out and, tapping in with other YouTubers, dudes from the prison genre, different genres. I do that. But I got to get back to work at the same time. Love all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed episode 1 of Prison Mystery Box. But anyways, these jails, institutions, prisons, these facilities, they're all just crazy worlds inside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. To all my real ones, and there are some real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Man, y'all know how we do. Salute. Tried to warn his dumb ass. Went to jail. Thought he was slick, huh? You are not the police, Day-Day.